one of the most valuable things about the Momentum Accelerator was the engagement with partners. Partners that have huge amount of expertise and skills and knowledge that they were willing to share with companies that really need that support for development and for growth.
There will be no better way of meeting other organisations going through a similar process as you, and also getting connections to partners in all industries, beyond the legal one I'm in, of course, to know that you've got someone to go to and get the help you need when you need it, and really just give yourself the best chance of success in developing your business.
The insights that we can provide to really early stage businesses around investor readiness and what a VC backable business looks like are insights that can't be drawn elsewhere. A lot of these businesses will go on to raise capital from VCs, so it's really important for them to understand, well, what will an investor look for in my business? And if they know that at an early stage, you can build and grow in the right way.
And it'll make sure you're aware of the regulation, the routes to commercialisation, the need for a very specific value proposition, legal ramifications, all of those different elements that are easy to get lost in. It will formulate that, it will structure it, and it will make sure that you as a business have accounted for all of those things, so you can do what you ultimately then do best, which is to take your product hopefully to market in a way that can get the real value of your solution within the system that you're trying to sell it to.
The commercial side of it and towards the National Health Service is a completely foreign landscape for me. It was. And now I've got much more knowledge of how to approach this market and how to get visibility and how to get procured by National Health Service. But not only that, they give us a lot of information about how to spread as a company and to in the UK and internationally as well, with many different aspects that we need to consider.
The Momentum Accelerator is one opportunity where we can provide some dedicated focused time to give that additional support to those businesses that have potential to have an impact to the NHS and the healthcare system.
What's really impressed me is how personable the approach has been, how easy it's been to interact, and the amount of interaction we've had with the companies, not just in our masterclass that we delivered, but in the one-to-ones afterwards and in this final pitch day today.
I think the biggest differentiation from for this program versus others that I've been a part of was the depth of session that we were able to deliver. I think having 2 hours, yes, it's a bigger time commitment, but the level of detail we were able to go into in individual use cases, particularly where we were able to follow up with a one-to-one, enabled us to deep dive in a way that we normally can't, and perhaps other accelerators don't often have that opportunity to deliver if you're only having half an hour and there aren't one-to-ones, or it's kind of a 15-minute speed dating type situation. There's only so much you can do in that time.
It was very interesting to hear what other companies were doing, where they're getting the funding from, what's working for them, what sort of challenge they have with different customers. We sort of work in primary care. A lot of the other folks that we work with sort of work in secondary care. So it's interesting to sort of hear what their challenge are versus ours.
There is so much to learn, and not only that, you get to know people, companies who can help you, and other startups which can inspire you, and you can share and team up with them for some things. It's an incredibly useful experience, I think. So I would say grab it, both hands.
But if you're willing to embrace yourself with the structure of events, if you're willing to dive headfirst into the networking, ask questions, be vulnerable with your product, your solution, your proposition, and take on the feedback that's available from people within the industry that have been there and done it or are actively doing it now, it's a super opportunity for you.